Is closing in on 21 minutes after 8 o'clock. And joining us in the studio this morning, I'm guessing, we have Stephen Lee from American Legion Post 61.
Just Lee.
Just Lee.
And Jenn.
Oh, Lee and Jenn. I thought you said like Lee was by himself.
Lee and Jenn. And she
and you say Charles is there?
Yes.
Sweet. And Charles Yslas? Charles County Undersheriff.
Absolutely.
That was the worst
morning.
introduction ever. Good morning. I'm like, joining me, some people. I don't know who they are, but they're people.
Yeah, well, at least we have a visual aid for you.
That's true. You guys cannot forget who you're talking to. You're staring at a gelatinous big piece of cardboard.
He's rather firm,
How you guys doing?
Your technician.
He's being propped up by your technician. Sorry, I'm trying my best to orchestrate the mic buttons so that we can communicate. When we talk over, that's when there's problems arise.
Got you. Well, first off, are we ready for the event? We're 24 hours away. Is everything as ready as it going to be for tomorrow?
Yep. As far as I know, we're going to be out there setting up about 8:30 in the morning. The bikes are scheduled to arrive somewhere around 11 o'clock hour. We'll be out there serving food, and we'll have booths and the whole 9 yards from 11 to 1. Now, with the COVID, Post 28 has decided to lock their building, so everything's going to be kind of a grab-and-go situation. But,
Okay.
no, everything's all set. I got to talk to Pepsi later today to find out what time they're delivering their product. So we got lots of soda and water on hand for the riders. But
Excellent.
we're just kind of in the snap count now.
Good deal. For folks that missed out on this, tomorrow, Roswell will be hosting, we'll say approximately 400 or 500 motorcycles that'll be coming through town. They're part of the American Legion Riders program, and they're raising money for the Legacy Scholarship. This is a scholarship the American Legion does that are for basically dependents of folks that have either made the ultimate sacrifice for us or have been injured while serving. I believe it's 50% or something like that injury. But anyway, this is a scholarship. We're talking full ride, thousands of dollars, full scholarships for their dependents and things. So they have a big motorcycle run that started back in Arkansas, I believe, and will continue and is going to be coming through Roswell tomorrow, and then ends up in Phoenix area. But tomorrow they're going to be coming through Roswell. Figure about pre-lunch and hanging through the lunch hour. They're going to come through town here probably around 11, 10, and then Charles will talk about meetups and all that, and then they're going to go to Post 28. They're going to be there. We're going to have some food. The sheriff will be there. We'll talk more about that. And then they're going to head out about 1-ish and go to Ruidoso, where they're going to stay for the night and then continue on with their journey. But they're coming through raising money. If folks would like to come, donate money for the charity, that'd be great. But come out, support, talk to the different riders, the actual commander of the National American Legion, the big head dude in charge. He's actually going to be coming through with them too, so you get a chance to meet the national commander, chat with him, learn more about this, and just support a great organization. Did I get it all?
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Charles kind of sitting here just waiting our turns.
Sorry, we didn't.
That's okay. The way we have to communicate with the mics like this is kind of in chunk form, so we're doing the best we can.
Mike took the words right out of our mic, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
Good morning, Mike. We appreciate you having us on. That's correct. We're going to, the sheriff and I and the sheriff's office, in conjunction with other agencies, are working the logistical side of this to make sure that the riders are safe, to make sure that the public is aware, to make sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible when you're dealing with that large number of motorists and an escort of that size. There are a lot of logistics involved. We do have some intersection things that we're working on, but the riders will be approaching, coming from the east on 380 East. We are going to meet at approximately 10 o'clock in the morning, between 9:45 and 10 o'clock in the morning, and even as early as 9:35, somewhere right around that time frame, out at 380 East and River Road. That is at the bottom of the Comanche Hill. So if you are interested, when the riders come in, they welcome the local riders to gather up at the rear of the pack and come on in with them. We plan on escorting from that location at about 10 o'clock, getting on the road. We will be coming down 2nd Street, East 2nd, headed westbound to Main Street. From Main Street, we will turn north. We will go north on Main Street to College. We will go westbound on College to Montana to our location, 1620 North Montana. We encourage all the Roswell residents, anybody that's available, come out, show your support, bring your American flags, line the streets, cheer them as they go by. We're very proud and very, very appreciative that they asked us to escort them. And the sheriff is going to be doing the hot dogs, hamburgers, things such as that. He's going to be helping out with the food. He has a huge grill. We have a grill on a trailer, so they'll have that fired up. We'll have some of the sheriff's office vehicles over there, and we really encourage the public to come out, enjoy it. Even if you can stop and go, come out, spend a little money, keep your thoughts and prayers with all these folks as they ride across the United States, and make sure that everybody is safe, and enjoy them. Just come out and support your local chapters, support the nationals, support everything that the American Legion stands for, and we encourage anybody and everybody.
Absolutely. Hey, Charles, are you a rider? Do you ride?
I am. It's actually right there. I used to
Point to his arm.
I used to own the Indian, and
Ooh, an Indian.
yes,
Nice.
and I got smart at that time and got rid of it and chose other toys. Okay. And so I
jet ski, you know.
Yeah, the things that would probably keep me alive longer.
Sure.
Because at that age, the motorcycle is, and I found out real quick that anything that you invest in a motorcycle, the motorcycle's still only worth what the motorcycle's worth. Uh-huh. And I thought, wow, I thought I had a gold mine there. But long story short,
what it's worth to you.
I still ride when I have the opportunity and someone offers me the ride or to use their motorcycle. I do. I've looked at others, but I'll be honest with you, I think those days are behind me now.
Okay. I would think you could.
I have other interests, other cars that I'm rebuilding.
Your hobbies got a little more expensive.
They did. As you get older, hobbies don't go away; they just get more expensive.
This is true. Although
we do want to take the time to thank a lot of people around town for donating, like Albertsons, Walmart, Sam's Club, and so we had some financial support from other sources. The Girl Scouts came by and donated a bunch of cookies.
Yeah, they heard what we were doing out at Memory Lawn, and they wanted to help support us. So we're going to use the cookies that they donated to help support the riders in their travels across the country.
Nice.
Right. So,
very good.
But a lot of people have come together to make this happen. I want to shout out to Louis Mestis over at 28. He's done a Herculean job to get this on track.
Yeah, he and his team over there have been working really hard to make it nice for the people coming through.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
For sure.
That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that we got a lot. And to be honest, if there's people listening and they're saying, you know what, I'd like to get involved, there's still time. If you'd like to come by and make a donation or whatever, find out where you can help out, reach out to either anyone at Post 28 or Lee here at 61, or even Charles, Sheriff's Department, and they'll be happy to help you out with that and make sure get you in front of who you need to get in front of to help out.
Yeah, we got the mayor scheduled to speak at around 11 to kind of kick things off. There'll be like a brief ceremony with the honor guard, which I want to put a shout out to Carlos and his crew because they're going to do a hell of a job, I'm sure. just a lot of people coming together, and it's not too late. I mean, all the way up until about 1 o'clock if you want to come by. If you want to, while supplies last, the food will be selling on plates for $5. They're going to be hot dogs and chili and a bunch of other stuff that we understand. So come on out. We'd love to see you.
Absolutely. Come be a part of it. And Charles, like Charles was saying earlier, if you want to join up and ride, they are meeting up early outside of town and getting all that stuff. The more the merrier. That's part of it too. They would love to, start out with X amount of bikes and end up 3 times that by the time they finish the trip here. So the more the merrier.
And what would be really cool is to see, folks here in Roswell, if you just, if you had, a veteran in your life, if you knew one, if you are one yourself, come out and just line the streets of Roswell along that path that they're going to be taking along Main Street there to College and along College there to Montana, just to have some, American flags to wave and just to show your support. That would be awesome to have just a line of people, just a sea of humanity welcoming these riders in as they head on into to the final destination there.
Absolutely, especially the folks that can, even if it's honking, bring out your flags, show any and all support that you can. It's real important to show them that they have this community support, that we as Americans, they have our support, because these folks have some of them have given the ultimate sacrifice, and some of them are sacrificing continuously, and so we greatly appreciate that, and we need to, as a community, show our support. My father's a veteran. All my uncles are veterans, and the sheriff is a veteran. Again, he's going to be doing the cooking. Come on out, give him a hard time, put him to work, and show your support. It's really important that this community shows the support for this cause and any cause such as this.
I'm curious, Charles. If you twisted the sheriff's arm, do you think he would ever, have a motorcycle unit as part of the sheriff's department?
CHIPS unit? Or I guess this would be a NMIPS.
I will be honest with you, and we have had that discussion. We've had that discussion on more than one occasion. When we were out at the Western State Sheriff's Association, they year before last, they had on display the motors, and
Nice.
he talked about it and he looked at them, and the realization is they would be the purpose they would serve for a sheriff's office would be school zones. They're easier to get in and out and maneuver between the vehicles and things such as that.
Maybe you should look into funny cars.
But exactly.
There you go. I like it.
Right now, the trucks obviously serve a better purpose, but who knows what the future holds. And the sheriff did ride a motorcycle at one time as well. We rode together for a while, and it's one of those things that you never really get it out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I would imagine if we had a more urban or more populated county where it was more city, the bike would probably be more beneficial, but you guys probably do better with 4-wheel drives versus 2-wheel vehicles.
Yeah, the bike would be hard to push out of the sand. When we get out there, it's just something's going to happen, and it's not. And what's going to happen is not going to be something good that happens. So the truck will get us in and out.
The traditional mindset, though, is that having the bike makes it easier to hide behind the billboard.
Well,
in the traditional, this is where the sheriff's department's waiting for you behind the
Is
billboard.
that where we're going to go? The 7
just for the
o'clock
sake of
hour was
stealth.
bad enough.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that.
No.
We got straight up insulted, Mike.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got straight up insulted.
You did.
Here's the thing you have to remember. It's not getting to the destination that's important. It's making sure you can get back. That's
right.
where the truck comes into play.
Yeah,
They say
That's
life's
where
the
we're-
journey.
Yeah. Four-wheel drive isn't for getting there. It's to make sure you get back. And that's
Exactly.
the important thing.
And then, of course, you got air conditioning. So with our heat, that's probably beneficial
If you're
too.
going fast enough, you make your own.
That's right.
That's why I was
And
doing
lunch is
90,
included.
officer.
Right. But I'll tell you, you're going to see some, if you have the opportunity, even if it's just stop and go, you're going to see some amazing motorcycles. You're going to meet some amazing people. Make sure you thank them, reach out, and you will not be disappointed.
Sure.
It's from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. They plan on departing about 1 o'clock for fuel, and then making their trek towards Ruidoso. to make sure that they get settled for the evening. But by all means, folks, if you have a lunch hour, spend a few minutes of it. Come by 1620 North Montana, swing in, spend $5, buy some cookies. And we're talking a lot of cookies, folks. We're talking a lot of cookies. And if you like,
The Girl
if you
Scouts
like
were
Thin
very
Mints,
generous.
which Thin Mints seem to be the popular one.
Here's the thing.
They knew.
This is one of those opportunities to get your hands on the cookie. This is like the McRib of the cookie.
It's the McCookie.
It's the McCookie. Yeah.
Right?
This is your chance. It's McCookie season, and you can get down there and get your
getting
Thin
deep in
Mints,
here.
your Caramel Delights, your Tagalongs, your Do-si-dos, whatever your brand happens to be. They got them for you.
That's right. So come out. You know, like I said, if you take your lunch hour, come out, spend your lunch hour with them, visit, stop by, see us. It's going to be an amazing event. And again, hot dogs, chili, assortment of finger foods and different foods out there. Come on out, 1620 North Montana. We can't stress it enough. And again, around 10 o'clock, anywhere in that time frame, we're going to be coming in from 380 East down to Main Street, turning north on Main Street to College, westbound on College to Montana. Please take that opportunity to line the streets, show your patriotism, show your support, bring your flags, wave your flags, honk your horns, wave to everybody as they go by. They'd love to see you and see that support from this community.
I would like to give out a brief update on 61. We will be out at Memory Lawn Wednesday morning starting at 0800. We've started the watering process, so there's going to be grass to mow come Wednesday. Thursdays we normally meet, but this Thursday we're not meeting.
Correct.
And our regularly scheduled meeting for the first Thursday of September has been bumped to the second Thursday. So basically the next 2 weeks, 61's not going to be in full force on Thursday nights.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of effort, and we're kind of tired, so we wanted to take a little bit of downtime.
Totally makes sense.
Well, that and we're going into National Convention. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's where this Legacy Scholarship run's going to end up, is in Phoenix.
Right.
Well, on Friday morning, the National Convention starts in Phoenix for the whole Legion.
Yeah. So the commander and I are going to be headed over there, and we'll bring back updates when we get back.
Nice.
Hey, I'm curious. The guys that are on the Legacy run, are they like their lodging and accommodations? Are they staying in hotels and stuff for the night, or are they doing like the road trip with the bedroll and camping and all that?
The last I heard, they were spending time in hotels.
Yes.
But,
Okay.
You have to realize that most of the Legion riders are mature folks,
weekend
so
warrior.
Old.
bedrolls are probably not their ideal.
They didn't hear you say old,
I hear you.
Mike. So I had to get that out there for you.
I think with the
I
size
hear
of
you.
Redoso,
I'm
they're
old
going to
and I
get
don't like
anywhere
laying
they
on rock.
can that is comfortable. So I would assume that the hotels are going to be full, and they're going to try and get as riding the motorcycle. It especially the long distances.
You want somewhere soft
beat
and
you up.
still.
You get a little saddle sore.
It'll beat you up. Yeah. So
Well, I got to think,
Hey.
Mike Winter's on vacation. He doesn't camp, he glamps.
That's right.
there you go.
That's right.
Hey, I've done all that stuff. I don't have to do that anymore.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think when you get past about, 25, you don't want to do that anymore. So.
No.
it's funny whenever the kids or the grandkids, they say, "Oh, this is an awesome camper. Where's the internet?"
Exactly.
You know, and I said,
Exactly.
I told my grandson, I said, that's not camping. He goes, "Papa, my iPad or
Game
whatever
Boy
it is,
doesn't work or whatever,
it won't kick
yeah.
on." I said, "I know, but you know what works all the time? The lake. Let's go down to the lake. Let's do some fishing. How about that?"
can reboot
Then I couldn't get him away from it.
Sure.
Nice.
I hate to put it out to you folks that, were born after, 1980. I mean, we had things to do.
Hey, so did we. All right. Have you watched Stranger Things? That whole generation of parents that didn't give a damn about their children.
I don't
sundown.
even know what you're talking about.
I'm saying there's a whole generation from of kids born in from 80 to 89 where their parents were they were doing their own thing, and we as soon as we were up, we were out. We were outside doing our thing. I was born in Oklahoma, granted, so
Yeah.
the last vestiges of internet free freedom was still there.
Dude, when I grew up, we had black and white TVs and party lines. Okay,
I understand.
We didn't have any of this crap.
I'm just standing up for my generation.
Now, I'm
Bogdan.
I'm not that old, but I can tell you, cell phones weren't a thing,
Right.
and it wasn't get a text and make sure you're home before. It was when that light
That
comes
was
on,
street
on that
lights
street,
come on,
you
yeah.
better have your behind in this house. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
but
Yes,
see,
ma'am.
we grew up in the country. We didn't have street lights.
It's like when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I had streetlights.
Say it again.
And I had streetlights, and the phone was the house phone, the kitchen phone that hung on the wall. It was usually mustard yellow, and then it had a 30-foot phone cord, and that phone cord could go almost on every room in the lower level of the house.
You know why they were either mustard yellow or brown.
Yeah.
Those were the two popular colors, and the 30-foot phone cord must have been the most popular thing to buy because they didn't originally come with those.
No.
You had to stand there or move the phone, and that was your mobile phone.
That's
literally.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
mobily moved it
Yep.
around the house.
That's the reason you went to the Radio Shack on that Tuesday afternoon was to get your 30-foot cord.
Right, and then you had the cord stretched around the hall, down the hall into the room, and
And it didn't coil right after that.
no. And if you're in my house, mom or dad was tripping over it and hollering, "Get the cord out of get back in here, hang it up, get off the phone." Now we
can
can't
never-
get away from the phones.
I used to try to enter radio contests, but at my grandma's house, I could never win because she had that phone, but it was a rotary, and you be the seventh caller with a rotary phone is very hard.
Let me tell you, been there, done that. It was popular back in my high school days, and you dial every number up to the last, and then you would
Yep.
wait. And whenever they'd say, "Okay, we're on caller number 6, caller number 7, we're waiting on caller number 9," you'd hit that last one, and because you waited so long, it took you back to a dial tone.
No, there's a secret to overriding that. The last number, you take your pencil and you hold the number with the pencil, and then when you're ready to dial, you lift the pencil, and then it puts
Goodness.
the last
I don't even know
in.
how to use a rotary
He
phone.
must have won spot number 9. See?
Tune in for more rotary phone dialing tips on Mornings with Mike.
Where we talk about
That's
teach
right.
about everything.
That's right. Hottest tech
Dial-a-date
tips.
Yeah.
Rotary
How to
phone
use
edition.
your 180 baud modem
Love it.
successfully.
Nice.
Yeah.
What? What is that?
I have one at the house.
I
And
have
it
no
still
idea what it
works.
is.
Well, hey, back when we had 10 megabyte hard drives,
Right.
when that's all
All
you
we need
needed
is-
because you only had 384K of memory.
Well, the legacy run that we've been talking about is for the scholarships for the kids that were born a little later than that. So we're trying to teach them how to use current
See, when
technology.
I went to
want them to
school, you
code.
weren't allowed to have a calculator, and now you can't go to class without a calculator. There's a problem. 'Cause when you run out of battery juice,
Right?
you're in trouble. We won't be able to design that bridge anymore.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I 100% agree that there needs to be a course on abacuses in college, but they should also learn programming and coding and stuff.
Yes.
Now with this
Bring
legacy
back-
scholarship, you'll be able to learn how to do all that stuff.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There you go, folks.
Bring back the calculator watch.
Oh, you
What?
weren't
The
Calculator
You
watch?
weren't cool unless you had a
That was the
calculator
ultimate
square
cheat.
watch.
Yep,
Those
I remember
were
that.
those were 1980s cool.
I
I'm
just
telling you.
realized something. I'm the oldest one in this group.
I just realized I'm not. And now I feel good. See? So that's good.
Yeah, it's good to run this side.
By millennials.
Not that young.
I'm a Zennial technically. I looked it up.
A Zennial?
A what?
Yes, it's like falling right in the gap between Generation X and a millennial. It's like
I'm full
82
in
to
X.
85 is the Zennial.
Oh.
See, I don't
So I'm
even-
87. What's that?
You're millennial.
You're-
Oh, darn.
See,
They make up
you're
new
a
words
lot
every day.
Younger than
Yeah.
in 1987, I was in high school.
Oh, were you?
Thanks for making
I
me
was
feel
too.
old now again.
You're welcome.
Except I was
appreciate
two.
I think-
Yeah. No problem.
What year did you
1987, I was
graduate,
already serving
Hang on. Wait for it.
in the military. Dude.
Go now.
What year did you graduate high school, Charles?
In 1991.
91.
we're the same age.
1991.
You and I are the same age. I graduated in 91 as well.
Outstanding. And you know what's
And Mike looks a lot older.
You want to talk about really bringing you back to perspective, or bringing you back to reality, I should say, is whenever we hire somebody and I'm doing all their interviews and everything, and they give me their birth date, and I just kind of sink in my chair for a minute. And first I reminisce about that year and try to remember what was going on during that time. And then I try and hide my tears because I realize they were born after I even graduated high school. And I'm thinking, my gosh.
It only gets worse from there.
Whenever I find out that like a celebrity I've been following for years and years is actually younger than me, it's like, oh no. I always said I just want to be as successful as you when I grow up.
When you get into your 50s, you realize that everybody's younger than you. You know, you're used to when you start out being the youngest person in the room, and then suddenly you're the oldest person in your room and going, what the hell happened?
Right?
Yeah. Life.
Yeah.
Where are all the other people that were older than me? They're all dead.
Right.
They retired.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm watching. I got a lot of time to do that right now. The Kaminsky Method on Netflix, and it stars Michael Douglas. But talk about feeling old. All the actors were like in their prime when I was young, and now they're all doing jokes for prostates and Viagra and everything else. And I was like, man, it's just weird. Like these heartthrobs are now all talking about bladder control.
I had that same
bad.
moment watching the movie Dickie Roberts' former child star, because it's like, okay, well, there's Danny Bonaducci. Oh, there's Dustin Diamond. Oh no. It's like, yeah, all these people that were like in their prime back when I was too. It's like, oh, you.
And I never heard of these people.
See,
Yeah, I don't know.
and I really appreciate Mike saying that after he said, "Hey, we're the same age." See,
Right.
and now that I think about it, he's right.
That's right.
We're sitting here watching these guys that on TV that in their prime back in you know their younger years, and then you look at them now and you're thinking, is that the same guy?
Yeah, but you look at people like Kirk Douglas. He made it to, what, 105 or something.
Wow. There's hope.
I mean, just, he was back around when they were still, hooking up horse and buggies, you know.
Well, I will tell you this. Time has not been kind to Kathleen Turner. That I'm watching the
Well, if
Kaminsky
you remember
Method.
her from Body Heat, she was pretty hot.
So the days of what was it that she's Romancing the Stone? Didn't she
Yeah,
play in that
Romancing the
with
Stone, yeah.
with Michael Douglas? Yeah, those days are gone.
Yeah.
That was
very
our
much.
youth.
Basically, she sounds like she smoked Kathleen, like the old Kathleen Turner, and now that's the voice she has now. She always talks like this, basically. It's
I don't even know who y'all are talking about.
Thanks again for keeping us when we're down. We
Like
appreciate
last
that.
night, I was watching an old game show, and Howie Mandel was on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, I've known Howie Mandel since he was, whatever. And the people in the room were like, he is so young. And I'm looking at, they couldn't even recognize it was Howie Mandel. I'm like,
The only reason we knew
He
is
had
because it
hair.
said his name on it.
he had hair. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had that really tight like perm hair too back in the day.
No, he had long hair. And
Well,
that's
yeah, it was like a Jerry curl perm almost. It was like
no,
a
not in this one.
well, the one I'm
Of course, this was 1978.
okay.
so-
Well, the era of Howie Mandel I'm
that's-
thinking of is 90s.
Yeah, I know. See, that's
It was
my
like
point.
a perm.
He had hair. Well, let me tell you something. To all these kids, you know how they say it goes around. Now, I guess the mullet is making a return.
Oh, is it?
Take a good look, kids. I had a mullet in high school. This is your future. I'm telling
I'm
you.
just
He
waiting
says
for
as he
Mungo
points to his
Jerry
shaved
and the
head.
mutton
Picture-
chops to return.
Picture
That's
it
what
didn't
I'm
happen,
waiting
Charles.
for.
Picture it didn't happen because I need to know. Now it's just all business.
That's right. You get to the point where you just don't care anymore. You just,
I had so much.
I think that's a
Letting
new
go.
look for Mike Winters. He should cut, right here, and you do the mutton chop thing like Mungo Jerry. I think
Nice.
that would be a
Oh, boy.
go.
nice. He probably raised money for the Historical Society doing that.
I think I know our next challenge.
There it is.
That's the one thing I don't have anymore is hair. So
Your face.
We're all examining the big flat.
Yeah,
Mike
I just
cutout
looked
right
over and no, he's got a little bit of beard going
Well,
on.
I got
Straight
lots
here.
of hair myself.
Right.
it's in the wrong place.
Here's the thing: when you like commit to any like, okay, I'm going to try a new style, and you cut just a little bit too much on one side. And I'm looking at her because I feel like you're the one I have to explain to this because you gentlemen know. You're like, oh, I cut it too much on one side. Now I got to cut it on the other side. Next thing you know, you got a Hitler. And you're like, screw it. I'm just starting over. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That's how I
Been
used
there.
to tease my family. See, Halloween, I always do something like paint my entire head or something like that. And I start out, I just trim my beard just a little bit, and then I cut it down to a Fu Manchu and then a Hitler mustache. And they're like, no!
Keep going until it was gone.
Speaking of looks, that
You look
probably won't
totally
make a
different
comeback.
without it.
Well, my whole family are pagonophiles, so they're like, don't get rid of that beard.
Well, we were veering off track. We were coming to the end of the hour, so we do. Let's hit him with the pertinence one more time.
Let me tell you, folks, real quick. You can see the amount of fun we're having in here. That is nothing compared to the amount of fun that you'll have if you stop by tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Again, it's going to be from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. My role in this, the sheriff's office role in this, is to make sure that the riders and everybody gets to where they need to be. The sheriff is going to be out there. He's a veteran. He's going to be cooking hot dogs. He's going to bring the big grill. One more time, we're going
Are
to
we going to
coming,
live through this?
We will. We're going to make it.
All
I
right.
promise you. We're going to
We're
make
all
it.
going to be stuffed, I
Yes,
think.
yes.
So.
We're going to be coming in, or the riders will be coming in off of 380 East. We will meet up at River Road between around 9:30 in the morning, 9:45. We plan on getting them back on the road at 10 o'clock. We will be coming from the east, headed westbound down 2nd Street to Main Street. We will make the turn on Main Street, headed northbound on Main Street to College. When we get to College, we will be going westbound on College to Montana. We will go northbound on Montana to our location. Once again, 1620 North Montana, 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. At about 1 o'clock, the riders will begin to depart, fuel up, and get ready to head on with their ride. So please come out between the hours of 11 and 1, or if you don't have the time, line the streets. Pull over. It doesn't take but a few seconds, few minutes to watch them come by. It's going to be an amazing sight to see that amount of motorcycles. It's going to be a large, large rumble. Please bear with it, but most importantly, bring your flags if you have them. You should have them. Bring them out, wave them. Wave to the riders. Show your support.
Should we bring Big Head Mike out?
You know, Mike could even attend.
Yeah.
He could attend in spirit and in cardboard.
Yeah.
If we tape it to where his hands are holding an American flag, he could then be Big Flag Mike.
There you go. There you
Wow,
go.
There you go.
Absolutely.
You think
And the purpose of this is the Legacy Run Scholarship Fund. It's raising money to help children of veterans that have either given the ultimate sacrifice or are 50% disabled or more to go to college.
But if you can't wrap your head around it, just come have a good time.
Yes.
was that another head joke?
Aren't they all, Mike?
Hey, if I do go BFM, I need to put my Legionnaire hat first before I do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes,
His
Legionnaire
what?
hat.
Oh, Legionnaire.
Legionnaire.
Yeah, he's got to swap out his hats on his cardboard.
Oh, yeah.
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 Sure. Or we'll
awesome.
have to do happy accidents
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if we do accident reconstruction, we can put a cone on his head.
There you go.
because he's a conehead after all.
Need mass quantities. Sorry, Conehead reference. All right. Well, thank you guys. Probably should wrap this up. Again, if anybody has any questions, don't forget American Legion Post 28 and 61 have Facebook pages. You can shoot messages there. If you have any questions, someone can get that information back to you through that way as well. All right.
He said
Anything we missed?
RoswellLegion.org. Sorry, I'm over here literally on the 1s and 2s. Actually, I'm on the 1, the 3, the 4, and the 5s. But yeah,
He's very handy with his hands.
I am
Yeah.
indeed. RoswellLegion.org for info and to keep up with everything happening with the Legion. Thank you guys so much for your time.
Absolutely. Please pay attention tomorrow.
Yes.
Folks, know that we're going to be coming through. It's the safety is paramount, especially with that amount of riders, and that's why we've been preaching the route, the times, both for safety, but once again for support. So by all means, come on out, support them. Please pay attention to the riders. Please show your respect and let the convoy through. And the sooner we get through, the sooner we get out of your way. But more importantly, wave to them, thank them. 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
There you go. Thanks again for your time, gentlemen and ma'am. And we'll see you guys back next time.
Thanks for having
Appreciate
us.
it.